Hello friend, welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. You guys know this Toyota Prius. I'm servicing it for the last couple of years, and I did the famous head gasket on this vehicle. Other than that are all changes, it doesn't have any problems. The owners are happy with it. It's exposed to the weather. You can see this every single time they come for a oil change. I have to vacuum all of this because they live in the nature underneath the huge redwood trees, and they keep shedding those needles all the time. Let's go check the mileage. It has 246,628 miles. Now I also found, I believe, the lift. This Prius is lifted and also has a aftermarket rims and tires, which I didn't do. That was the owner's idea, but this Prius is lifted. Now today it came, the owners, they think they have a problem with the AC system and they are afraid we will be removing the whole dash. And why is that? Because they said there's water dripping in our feet. But I think they more said like coolant. They said, oh, it's steaming and the water or coolant is leaking in the passenger feet, and oh my god, that will be probably repair. We will be pulling that entire dash. So first of all, if there was the cooling system bad, there will be missing coolant. Now you know it's a 2010 Prius. It has two coolants: engine coolant, hybrid coolant. So this one will be not missing. But if the heating system underneath the dashboard was shot and steaming, you will have that hot coolant on the windshield from inside. You will have a steam in the cabin, definitely. And I believe they said steam, so I'm surprised that I don't see it. So the coolant is not missing. Most likely, 99.9, we have no problem with the heat exchanger in the underneath the dashboard, but we have a different problem. Now, most importantly, what is this? Water or coolant? Is it a super long life Toyota coolant leaking and dripping on the floor, or it's just the water? Well, car wizard, famous car wizard, he will put his finger in it and put it on his tongue and he will say, oh, this and that. Well, I won't do that, but I tell you what, it's a water. This is the water dripping right here on the corner of that mat. Now, where it was dripping from, I show you, and I will be able to deal with this light. So this is wet, you can see it, but it was just a side. This is not what we are interested in. This part was underneath it, this way. And it was all puddling right here in this corner. Right there. So let's go and use a common sense and investigate what we can find out here. And if you look down here, right here, do you see the droplet? Look at it. I'm pulling that water. This is where it was dripping on the back of this plastic, but mainly on the corner and collecting in the corner of the plastic shield. I removed the glove box so we can see more and be a better detectives, because this is detective work, will you not say, my friend? You see that flap right there? That's eaten by the rats and mice living in the nature, as you can bet. They had huge problems with it. But I want to show you something what I discovered looking at that area right here. I will show you a detail which you see only when you get on your knees and very low. Look at this, my friend. We have an aquarium here. We could have a fish living here because this entire part is full of water. Look at it. It's not a boiling water if somebody thinks, oh, it's a boiling water. No, it's just the movement of the vehicle and the engine. This entire box is flooded. And now why it could be flooded? What do you think? What do you think is this part? There will be always some problem with the light. Oh my goodness. Look at it. What do you see here? Do you know what is that? What is this? See this pipe? This is the drainage. This is the drain of this entire area. What are the odds that the drain is plugged with some mess? And that's why we have the water sitting here. Then from this corner, again, it's already wet, you see it. From this corner, it's dripping here in the passenger feet. And they think this will cost them what, $3,000-$4,000 because we will be replacing that entire HVAC box. Well, hopefully we are lucky and we can just clear the drain. And as you can imagine, there are many ways to deal with this issue. As I had that vehicle in the driveway, I could have been just disconnecting that drain flexible pipe and poking there and trying to fix it that way. But guess what? All the water, all that stuff which is inside of that HVAC box will drain into the vehicle. It will be in the carpets and it will be stuck everywhere. I will try the other way, which I remember from Toyota Techs. I will try to locate the drain pipe, which is right here. You can see it. And I will try to, under the control environment carefully, use compressed air and undo that clog to make that drainage flowing again from here. And it should be short bursts. You don't want to be blowing in it like a maniac. You need to be careful with this. And here we go. I told you, you want to stay away. Look at guys. Can you imagine that I unplug it in the cabin stupidly? I will say really stupidly. Can you imagine that this will be underneath the carpet and everywhere? You don't want that. And that's why I'm so happy from the colleague technicians. I learned this trick because this will be a problem. This, to dry this amount of water from the carpets, especially right now in winter when it's raining every day, that will take a while. Let's see what can happen approximately 10 minutes later. I don't expect anything. That's why I brought you closer. As I said, short bursts. As you can see, I'm stirring right in that pipe. It's nothing coming. So let's go back to this problematic area where we had that water drip. I just reviewed this light, this little yellow light from brown, and look how it's working good. So I'm coming basically here for multiple reasons, but I was saying be careful with that pressure, because if you will put too much of it, you could rip this draining hose apart, it could disconnect. So I need to confirm that all the parts of it are perfectly intact, it's still connected to the box, and due to the high pressure it didn't separate it. It goes all the way here. This is where we were observing that pipe being underneath the vehicle. I hope you can see it. It's right there. So we were applying the pressure right there. Everything seems to be fine here. I don't have anything disconnected in this area. Therefore, I can start putting back these panels, which are here. Meanwhile, I will remove another mice nest, or as they try to make a nest, inside of the glove box. Look at it. The owners, they're fighting with this for a long time. I will say it's a typical problem if you live in the country. And we are surrounded with the nature. It's beautiful, obviously. However, everything has something, and that's one of the problems we will be dealing with. So this is the cover. Very good. It's correctly in the place. No, I didn't forget about this one either. And that pushes in this way. So it locked here and then push these two sides. Time to deal with glove box. So first, here is that slowing down, the glove box opening, slowing down shock. Now the hinge is on the bottom. I think I got it there. Yeah, I hook it here. Look at it. And I'm happy for the owners that they got lucky and we are not looking on replacing leaking heater core, which is underneath and inside of the dashboard basically. It will be very costly, labor costly, and also the parts. So this is super happy ending for them, that everything is fixed. We don't have to start ordering expensive parts and scheduling the repair for later. So I hope you guys will find this video helpful. The steps I used to see what's the problem. If you do like it, please give it a thumb up and stay tuned. I have way more coming your way soon. Thank you for watching and have a great day, my friend.